Hey everybody, it's Michelle with Stampin' Butterfly. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Just thought it would be fun to hop on and share some fun projects that I've made with one of our new Stampin' Up kits. It's called Painted Skies, and it's an all-inclusive kit. It actually doesn't even have any stamping, but you can really jazz it up with all the goodies you have in your stash. So I thought it would be a great time to come and give you a little look at what I did. So we're not going to actually do any creating today. I just want to share some great ideas and kind of point out this kit because it sold out really quick and it's back in stock. I believe it's still here. So let's take a quick look at some of the cards. So your kit comes with everything. I've made all the cards, so there's not a whole lot left in here. And it has all the languages, so I've punched out the English versions. There's also, I think, German and French maybe. And then it also comes with your sequins and your thick foam strips that you're going to use to make your cards. They also, once you punch out these centers for the panel here, oops. So you've got this panel here. You've got all these extra pieces that you can use to make cards later, which I haven't even gotten into those yet. So let's take a quick look at what the cards look like. So they're all white on the outside, and then they're really colorful on the inside. The kit has all your instructions in here, and you'll be able to create based on this. They're super easy and quick to put together, but they're just so easy to jazz up too. So let's take a quick look at this one. So this one says time to celebrate. Now the sample, they had it in one strip and I cut it apart and made it two, just, changing it up a little bit. Now these panels right here kind of have a linen feel to them, and that's where you put the foam strips. I don't know if you can see that. So the foam strips go around the outside, so it pops it up. And then when you open it, it has this beautiful sunset. And you'll see we have some paper and another suite in the catalog that also has similar kinds of paper. And then you have a big inside to write in. So you have a lot going on with this card. Now this is pretty much how it was designed for the kit. Then I took it a step further on this one and I did a little coloring. So I did some gray on the lighthouse and I added these little gray sprigs, and I'll show you in a minute what I used for my stash. And then let's see, this one says, thanks for keeping me afloat. And I just wanted it to say thanks on this version. So I just trimmed up the sentiment a little bit, and then they give you the little sequins, if you guys can see those in there. And then again, that's the inside. So very similar to the original, just a little coloring with your watercolor pencils, or you can use your blends. You can add some die cuts from other things you have going on. And then this is the third card, and you get 3 of each. And I think I've already melted some, so I may not have all the samples with me. So this one is pretty much all white like they designed, and I think this is the cutest pals maybe. It was super popular stamp set, and I had one little extra dog sitting around, so I kind of popped him up and put him at the beach for this card. And they have some little banner pieces that go with the sentiment, and this says sending a little sunshine your way. And again, same kind of inside. So these are kind of the white cards that they show you, how to make with a few extra small details. Then I went ahead and wanted to make some more layers, or well, not layers, but I guess just give it a little more color, because I do like crazy colors. I do like my brights. And so for this one, we didn't go bright, but we went textured. So let me see if you can see, it's white. And so I did this one panel. So this panel is glued on, remember? So this is just a sheet. You're 5 1/4. Actually, it's a full card base, so it's probably 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. So you've got your base here, and I just ran it through my embossing folder. And then I don't know if you can see, I put a little Wink of Stella on there to jazz it up. And this is kind of how the sentiment comes. So this one, I just cut it apart and made two rows of it. Put some extra dimensionals. Sometimes the instructions don't show so many dimensionals, but this one I double layered it, so each layer has dimensionals on it. And then, okay, now the next cards, those have all the colors where I kind of went crazy. So here's the same card with our waves, and I went ahead and used my blending brush. So we have like a big and a small, so you can use those to add some color. to your panels, and then I also added it to the wave. So if you open it like this, put it on your scratch paper gently, because this is really fun. You can either sponge dauber it or you can use your blending brush to add color. And then I added the color here. And I'm sure you have random die cuts lying around your desk. So I don't even know which guy he came from, but I've got a starfish that was somewhere. So he found his way here. Again, did the Wink of Stella on the waves. Don't know if you can see that. And then that's the original sentiment as it came. And they originally showed it on the lighthouse. So I decided to put it on the wave. Now the next one, I went ahead and I just did the color on the frame and then popped it up here. So, you know, just slight difference. You can see I did the wave on that one. So it kind of blends in with the water a little bit. And then here, your lighthouse really gives it a good pop with your blue colors. And then I've got the little sentiment popped up and then the inside of the card. Now, remember, there's no stamping in here, but you could totally bring in, I'm sure you guys have some crafty stash around that you could use to, okay, well, I'm trying to see my comments so I could say hi to you guys. So you can use what's in your stash to do some creative card making and jazz it up a little bit. Okay, yeah, totally not a good multitasker, guys. I know you're here. I saw some comments pop up, and thank you for joining me. So I'm hoping you're enjoying the samples, but I am struggling to actually find where they went on the new Facebook. So I will try to comment back to you guys later after the video, or maybe at the end I can find out where it went. Okay, so here's another one with the lighthouse again. So here we did the white, we did the blue. So now I did like a crumb cake, and I don't know if you can tell. A little bit ago we had a rope embossing folder, and I thought that just really tied in nice with the lighthouse. So I embossed it, and then I used the blending brush and grabbed some more seashells. I think these might actually be from the Ocean Waves, maybe, die set that's here. And then I just grabbed my own sentiment from another stamp set and an oval die. I think that might have been actually from the Christmas set. And then again, you know, just the inside. So this one, I didn't put my sentiment here. I just brought in my own. I wanted a retirement one. I thought that would be a fun card to have. So there's that guy. And then here is, I went a little crazy on the color. So here's the original with the white. And then what I did on here is I picked up some of the purple colors and then used a sponge dauber to get into the palm tree. So I don't know if you could see that better. So I did the palm tree and then the leaves, and then popped up some seashells that I had from another set. And then just used the same sentiment that they provided. Now, a couple of sets that I did use, let's see, it might have been Beach Days. I grabbed these because I had put them away. Yeah, this is the one I did. So the card I did mail, I left it white, but I did some extra palm branches, and I had die cut these in white and just kind of layered them with a dimensional to make my palm tree extra poofy. And then the lighthouse that we saw, these were just the little grass sprigs. I don't know, you could probably see it better down here. These were the little grass sprigs I did in gray. So if you have this die set, it retired a little bit ago. It's called Beach Day. You could use some of this to, you know, to dress up your cards, add a little more pizzazz. Not that they weren't beautiful before, but I do like colors. So I thought it was a fun way to kind of dress it up with a little bit of techniques. And then I wonder, I think the seashells might have actually been from the Rolling Waves. So that looks like it might be these seashells here. So yeah, I think that's where I found those from. And the starfish might have been from an earlier beachy stamp set. I think I buy just about every one that they have. And then let's see, the envelopes that come with it are just a plain white, but you'll see, you can't really see it here, but they're like that same linen texture. That's the front of the card base. So that is kind of what you can do with your kit. Again, you can do it plain white, but I do like to come up with some alternatives. I usually do paper pumpkin alternatives, so I thought this was a fun way to do, let me lay them out for you, some alternatives for this kit. And it's a really affordable kit. It doesn't have a stamp set or an ink spot, so it's just the components to make your kit. And let me see. Okay, I'm going to try one more time and see if I can find the comments for you guys. Let's see. Did I not switch the camera? Oh, that could be. All right, let me see. I have not gone live in a while, so let's see. Nope, my camera's facing down, so that's good. It's just Facebook is really crazy slow. So anyway, just wanted to pop on. Okay, here's the face. I don't know what happened with my Facebook video, so hopefully you guys are seeing it normal. And you enjoyed those sample cards, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.